Something's really wrong with Prince Harry these days, and it's not just talk. The guy who used to be the fun, cheeky royal now seems like a shadow of himself. People who used to cheer for him, even root for him, are stepping back and watching his downfall like it's a sad royal TV show. Let's be real, Harry's never been the most steady of the royals, but lately, the rumors about him aren't just about family fights or weird podcast moments. These rumors are heavier. Talk about drugs, hospital trips, and passing out. People close to him, like Lady Colin Campbell and even Thomas Markle Jr., are speaking out. They're saying Harry looks mentally and emotionally broken, and that Meghan Markle and her mom, Doria Ragland, might be pushing him too far. Lady C, who's known for being super honest and tied to the royals, thinks Harry's always had problems, maybe even from when he was born. She mentioned that Diana, his mom, had a serious eating disorder while pregnant with him, which might have affected him early. Whether you believe that or not, it's clear she doesn't think Harry's just a guy making bad choices. She sees him as someone really troubled, easy to control. Hey, so apparently Harry was found passed out by his longtime friend and bodyguard, totally out of it, maybe because of something he took. According to her, he's surrounded by people who use him, especially Meghan, who she calls a wasp in his life, always stinging and feeding his worst habits. Now, here's where it gets wild. Thomas Markle Jr. said Harry was found passed out by his bodyguard. Nobody from Harry's team has said it's not true, which is weird because usually their PR team jumps in fast to shut down bad stories. Instead, it's been super quiet. My guess? Maybe Meghan and Doria mixed up something tricky, like those bath salts they talk about. Markle Jr. even hinted that Meghan and Doria might have left something for Harry, maybe drugs. It's a crazy claim, sure, but he's not saying it's made up. And with old rumors about Doria using drugs like pot or even crack, people are starting to connect dots they ignored before. Plus, Meghan's history shows she's not shy about using Harry's fame. She came into the royal family as an outsider, won Harry's heart, and quickly cut him off from his support system. His old friends? Gone. His military connections? Cut. His bond with Prince William? Totally broken. Insiders like Lady C say Meghan didn't just go along with these choices. She pushed them. She wanted Harry alone, drifting, needing only her. And don't forget the money side. If Harry and Meghan divorce, she doesn't get a big royal payout. But if she's a widow, that's a whole different story. Meghan would control whatever's not locked in trusts, plus what the kids inherit until they're grown. It's dark, but that's what people are whispering about. Nobody's directly saying she's planning anything, but there's a growing worry she'd take advantage of a bad situation. The public is starting to notice. Even magazines like US Weekly, which used to love Meghan and Harry, are stepping back. They ran a cover story that barely said anything nice about Harry. His allies are turning into watchers. Nobody's shocked anymore. They just sigh and move on because the fairy tale is done. What's left is a mess that's hard to watch. It's creepy how fast things changed. Prince Harry was once the cool guy, the military hero, the charming rebel royal. But now he's talked about like a warning story. People aren't just let down by him, they're scared for him. Not in a soft, caring way, but like watching a car crash you can't look away from. His recent appearances show it all. Empty eyes, robotic speeches, a vibe that says, I don't want to be here. That German military video, the speech in China, it wasn't Harry. It was someone who looked like him but with no spark. He said his lines, smiled at the right times, but something was wrong. Like he was there but not really present. Even his biggest fans have gone quiet. The online crowd who used to call Meghan and Harry heroes fighting old royal rules, they're gone, or worse, they're starting to criticize him too. It's not just a PR mistake. It's the collapse of the whole image they tried to build together. And about that image, Netflix isn't pretending anymore. The platform that signed huge deals with them is pulling back. Insiders say what many guessed, Harry and Meghan didn't deliver. Sure, their first docuseries got attention, but after that, nothing. Ted Sarandos, Netflix's co-boss, is reportedly stressed because he bet big on them, now that stress is turning into boardroom fights. Meanwhile, the royal family scored a big win on Netflix. King Charles teamed up with Idris Elba for a documentary celebrating 50 years of the prince's trust. That wasn't just a cool move, it was a message saying, We're still important, still respected, and we're not going anywhere. Meghan and Harry tried to beat the royals by leaving, but instead of becoming global stars, they're now side characters in their own story. Meghan's podcast guests? Not exactly big names. She dreamed of outshining William and Kate on the world stage, but she can't even book real celebrities, just their moms. As for Doria Ragland, her part in this is getting serious attention. She was once seen as the calm, steady person in Meghan's life, but now some say she's helping cause the chaos, maybe even making it worse. Old rumors about her drug use, like pot or crack, are popping up again. True or not, they're building a new story where Meghan and Doria aren't seen as caring family, but as people keeping Harry cut off from everyone who loved him. The deeper this goes, the harder it is to see a way out. The old Harry, the one who laughed with kids, hugged fans, lit up rooms, is gone. Now he's someone barely holding on, trapped in a life he thought would free him but became a new kind of cage. The real tragedy isn't just his fall, it's that nobody seems to be there to help him up. Meghan didn't just burn bridges, she turned Harry's whole past into dust. His family, once his rock, is now the bad guys in the story she helped create. But that story isn't working anymore. The sympathy is gone. The world watched Harry blame the people who protected him, and it felt less like truth and more like betrayal. Now there's nothing left to hide behind. The chaos is too loud. The scariest part is how obvious his downfall is. Every public moment feels like he's trying to prove he's okay, but his eyes tell a different story. There's an emptiness in his face, a man who's acting, not living. His posture, his voice, the missing spark. You don't need to be an expert to see he's broken. People loved Harry because he felt real. He messed up, but he owned it. His rebellion had charm, but now it feels empty, like it wasn't even his idea. Like someone else needed his fame more than his happiness. Lady C said it tough. Meghan didn't free Harry, she unleashed his worst side, the part that fights, isolates, and falls apart. If you listen to the insiders, the fear isn't just about Harry's bad choices. It's about what happens if he falls further. If the next story isn't just about passing out, but something worse. These aren't small worries. These are people who've known him forever, now scared he's in danger with nobody to help. What makes this even creepier is the growing idea about Meghan's reasons. It's not just tabloid talk anymore. People are asking real questions about the money and the control she'd have as a widow, and her silence as Harry struggles. Nobody's directly blaming her, but there's a quiet fear she's the type to make the most of a bad situation. She always looks perfect, smiling in pictures, staying calm while Harry takes the hits. Even the media that used to love their story is turning. It's no longer about the brave couple escaping the palace. It's about two people stuck in a story of complaints with nobody left to blame. The story's gone from love to regret, from freedom to a trap. While Meghan plans her next move, a show, a book, or another PR stunt, Harry's damage feels forever. He's not just hurt, he's lost. The scariest part? He might not even realize it. He looks defeated because he is. The fight he thought he was winning was a game he couldn't handle. This isn't just a fall from grace, it's a warning. Fame can't fix what's broken inside. If you let go of everyone who really knows you, you're left with people who only want what they can get from you. And when they're done, they'll let you fall while they move on to the next big thing.